Hey everybody, it's Daily Sports Betting Overtime with Sam, and we're going to be hitting 30 different bets in Major League Baseball today. They've got a full slate with it being Sunday, and I know a lot of you have been writing in saying we don't know when you're going to be posting baseball bets up on the overtimenetwork.com. We check, they're there. The next day we check, they're not there at the same time. And we can't get that focused. So can you just do a podcast episode detailing the bets? That way, when it shows up in my podcatcher, I'll know it's there. There's no problem. I get a notification. Yeah, that's great. Just make sure you subscribe or follow to this podcast, The Overtime Network, to make sure you guys are getting them. And yes, guys, I have turned it around in baseball. Knock on wood. For the month of July, yesterday in baseball, wanted to go over this first. We were 16, 8, 2 ties. And then for the month of July, we are 207 wins over 182, and then we have had 10 different ties. So we're up 25 wins with, I think it's 20, no, it's 18.25 win units, sorry, in baseball. So looking better in baseball than what I was predicting in the beginning of July. I think the All-Star break has really helped me, but it has also helped the players to start playing a little better. A lot of them seem more focused after their vacations. So let's get after it. Major League Baseball starts today at 12:05 with Chicago Cubs versus the Philadelphia Phillies. We're going to take the Phillies on the money line minus 147. We're going to go under 10 for minus 107. 135, we've got Toronto versus Boston. Yes, I won both bets yesterday, Toronto on Boston, but I don't think we see the 28 to 3 or 28 to 5, 28 to 3 outburst that the Blue Jays had yesterday. I think we're going to go with Toronto on the run line, minus 1.5 at plus 102 to beat Boston. But I think this time they stay under 11, minus 115. Next game, 135 also. We're going to take Miami on the run line, minus 1.5 runs at minus 104. Over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes, they're playing at PNC Park, but just don't think that they can win against Miami on Sunday. We're going to go over 7.5 runs at minus 103. Next up at 135, we've got the Los Angeles Angels versus Atlanta. Guys, I have to go with Atlanta in this one. The Angels pitching staff, if Ohtani is not on the mound, they're just not in it. They're one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball this season. I think Atlanta handles them on the run line, plus 102, but they stay under the 9, minus 110. Last game, 135. We're taking the Yankees again on the run line, minus 112 over Baltimore. We're going to go with the over 9.5 at minus 103. We've got two games at 140. First up, we've got Minnesota, who we are taking again on the run line, minus 107 over Detroit. But I think this one is also going to go under 8.5, minus 115. Next up, you've got St. Louis on the money line, minus 140, beating Cincinnati. We're going to go under the 10 at minus 115. 3 games at 210. First up, we've got Cleveland on the money line, plus 112 against Chicago White Sox. Yes, you heard me right. I think Cleveland upsets them. We're going to go over the 7.5 at minus 105. Second 210 game, we've got Colorado versus Milwaukee. We're going to take Milwaukee on the money line at minus 195. Yes, I know that's chalk. I know that a lot of people are picking them on the run line. Guys, I think this one's too close. And so I want to do money line, go over 9, minus 110. Last game, 210. We've got Tampa Bay, money line, minus 147 over Kansas City. And then this game, thinking it's going to stay under 9 at minus 110. Then we hit the 4 o'clockers and we open up at 407. Texas on the money line, minus 130 over Oakland. This game again, I think it stays under. I'm thinking we're getting a 3-2 ball game, but we're going to stay under 7.5, minus 108. 3 games at 410. First up is Washington versus Arizona. We're going to take Arizona on the money line, minus 120. Over on the 9.5 for even money. Second game up is Houston on the money line, minus 115 to beat Seattle. And then we're going to go over the 7, minus 118. Last game at 4:10, you've got San Francisco taking on the Dodgers. Guys, I think the Dodgers again win this one after squeaking by on Saturday. Let's take the Dodgers on the run line, minus 1.5 runs at minus 102. And we're going to go over the 7.5 runs at minus 115. 7:08, we're taking San Diego on the money line, plus 102 over the New York Mets. And then in the game, we're going to go over 7.5 at minus 120. There's your 30 bets that I'm betting on today. Guys, you don't have to bet any of them. You don't have to bet all of them. And I know there's certain teams that some of you want to fade me on because it's your favorites. And you guys write in and tell me to quit picking them. Guys, you need to be doing your own research. This is my choice on my bets to let you guys know. If you feel like you've got any kind of gambling problem or someone close to you feels like you have a gambling problem, make sure that you stop. You call 1-800-GAMBLER. You answer their questions as honestly as you can so that you can get the right help, support, and guidance in your local area, guys. I hope that you're liking that we're separating the sports in different episodes. I hope you're liking getting the more kind of shorter episodes. And don't be afraid to write me. Tell me what you're thinking of this kind of new thing we're doing. I've done it before, but then people were saying I have to listen to too many different podcasts. So let me know what you guys think at prowrestlingot@gmail.com. Pro Wrestling. Excuse me. I gave you the wrong address. This is the Daily Sports Betting OT. Daily Sports Betting OT @gmail.com. Of course, if you write me at the Pro Wrestling one, it doesn't matter. I'll get it. But to get a hold of me, Daily Sports Betting OT @gmail.com. You guys can always hit me up on Twitter at Overtime Daily. Twitter is Overtime Daily. Or you can get a hold of me at The Overtime Net on Twitter. The Overtime Net on Twitter. So, guys, that's it for today. I look forward to talking to you guys soon, and hopefully, I'll see you down the road.